bigger than you, and you are not me. The links that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much.
All right. What is going on, guys? We got the classic rock going today. We are back at you. The internet decided to work. Can you believe it? $CHTR. I don't know. I might have to march down to that headquarters of yours. Give you a piece of my mind. They should at least pay me back for all these issues. I don't know. Don't worry. They'll give us some money back, but not enough to make me happy, we'll say. What is going on, guys? Good morning. The SPY is selling off like crazy today. My word. We're getting another massive sell-off here. SPY is under 570 again, testing the lows from Friday, actually. Looking a bit brutal. Looks like we're going to be getting a breakdown at some point here soon of that low from Friday. The QQQ already broke the low from Friday. Granted, it bounced off 480, which is huge. 480 is going to be a big test in the short term. Let's go. Give me the old 360 COD lobbies. Oh, I love that, Demure. The mic sounds different today. Oh, okay. My power went off. We had some power outages here over the weekend, and I think my mic program turned off. Let me pull it back on. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm about to transform. There we go. Is it better now? Did I fix it? Trevor thought it sounded different too. That's funny. That is perfect. Soup posted up the old, what is that? An egg McMuffin? Man, that's funny. I get McDonald's breakfast every weekend. I had it this weekend. Had some biscuits. Man, Palantir testing lows, $79. Pretty big support. It keeps holding this and bouncing. Pretty big area here. Maybe you could say 78, 80 if you wanted to get specific on me. We'll say 78. I even have to start Thinkorswim. That's how bad my computer is. Like, the power keeps turning off. Trust me, I've opened this damn thing so many times the past day. What's up, Poe? Jason said Chart will give me $3.50 back. Yeah, just enough for this sausage McMuffin. You know, just enough. You're right, though. That's like literally, they would say, yo, your internet was only down for like 2 hours out of the whole month. The whole month consists of hundreds of hours, and it was only down for 1 hour or something. And I'll be like, but it was a big fucking hour for me. You people don't get it, Charter. Tessie moving down 250. Breakdown this morning. Tesla breaking below $250. That is a big breakdown, guys. Tesla is not finding support at the first gap. I'm definitely going to be watching for the second gap fill now, down to 220. I thought 220 sounded impossible on Friday, but, well, we're already only like 20 points away. We already fell halfway there, so we're almost there. Like SpongeBob says, we're halfway there. Halfway there. It's true, though. Tesla really starting to sell off. This gap fill zone, though, is going to be huge. Who's watching for the gap to fill? I bet a lot of traders are looking for this gap to fill down to 220. A ton, probably. Now, if it gets to 200, I mean, my eyes are just going to light up. But I'm banking 220s probably where we'll see the start of a bounce. You know the funny thing that you said about that, Demir? You said, give me the old 360 COD lobbies. I've actually been thinking about buying an old Xbox 360 to just play the old MW2 on. Literally, that's all I would use it for is that. You can do it. Apparently, if you use an Xbox One, it doesn't have the right... It lags a little bit or something. It's not correct. Not the same formatting or something. But you can do the 360. They opened the servers back up. Apparently. I'm definitely going to try. You guys are going to laugh at me, though. I'm going to spend like $100 just to fucking play the old MW2. I don't care, though. I'd pay $200 to play it. It's that good. QQQ dropping. 480. Little bounce. Little bounce there. I like it. 480. Man. Weird to say some of these numbers, considering where we were a month ago. Man. SPY down to 566. It's testing the low from Friday. That's going to come into play soon. Looks like we're getting a breakdown, though. It's very close. It might as well be at the low of the day. Hey, any golf, Mason asked. I actually did golf. I golfed on Saturday at an easier course around here. The course is, it's called Paradise Valley. It sounds really good. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. It just... You know, it's known to be a... You know, it's 6,200 yards. We'll just say that. But, it's not bad. I ended up playing terribly, though. I've been working on some stuff with my swing to not slice it as much, and man, it's causing some like, snap hooks every once in a while, and man, if you snap hook it in the woods to, like, 2 times in a row, it just kills your vibes, man. I'd rather slice it than snap hook it in the woods. But I'm working on it. It's going to be a month-long work in progress here. They have the same one in Arizona. That's funny. Paradise Valley. Yeah, exactly. It sounds nicer. The one by me sucks, man. You'd be surprised. It's not terrible. Every time I play it, I'm always, like, pleasantly surprised, actually, how nice it is, but it's, like, just a terrible layout. It's, like, the worst layout ever. It holds rain really bad. SPY, 566. Wow, the QQQ touches 480. Oh, it's actually under 480 right now. Breaking down. Glad to see the internet, though, holding up. Destroy that like button today. Let's go. Charters holding up for us. He said it's on him. Man, I never get that lucky, Mason. Wow, that's really lucky. Were there other people at the course? What the heck? That's cool. Pfizer running. Why is Kraft up 2.3%? I noticed they broke out again today. Kraft, KHC, ketchup. Getting it going. I love ketchup. You know what happens when I think of ketchup. I think of my guy, Sean Cornish out there with the ketchup. Let's go. Sean's probably not in the ketchup right now, but I hope he is. I wonder what the people around you think, Demir. You should do pranks. I gotta see this. Demir made a hole.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's down wall. Hey, hey, hey.
That's interesting, man. What do the volleyball players think? That is interesting, man. That's wild looking. Literally looks like something out of a war. That's crazy. Looks like a little bomb crater or something. Honestly. So, like, if you shot the sand here, would bullets go through the sand? Like, let's say, like, a 308 hit that sand wall here. Would that go through? That is interesting. It'd probably stop it. I don't know the sand, but... And forget the wall, his head's wide open. Yeah. Yeah. He'd be laying in that hole for like 12 hours, man. I always hear stories about that. Guys will be like, oh, I laid in a hole for 12 hours pinned down or something. It's wild. That's good. That was a good one, Mason. I like these buildings in the background. Like some of these, the architecture here, Demir, is beautiful. I don't know where you are, but... Well, I know kind of where you are, but... That building right here is very beautiful, whatever that is. SPY selling down. Testing the lows of last week as we speak here. Let's set up an alert. I want to hear that lady. 560, 560. Let's hear it touch. We'll probably get a little bounce off this. We'll see. SPY's reacting off of it so far, bouncing. Post at FNV and mRNA. Drinking my vitamin water today. You know how it is. We need those nutrients. I don't know if you knew this. I think 50 Cent actually bought vitamin water a long time ago and then sold it. Or he made it, I should say. Little dose of facts there. $565.60 coming into play. Looks like we're going to be testing that low. SPY might break it down. Get ready for UVXY and SPXS. UVXY is already popping off. Here's how it played out. 50 Cent became a big investor in vitamin water, and he came out with his own flavor, and then he made like $100 million whenever he made like $100 million whenever they sold to, who they sell to? Pepsi? Whenever they sold to, oh, Coke. They sold to Coca-Cola. What they sold to. Demir said, 3 hot girls from Colorado approached me once about my hole. For anybody who just heard that, here's the hole that he's referencing. Just so you know. Demir, you should do like an MRE video in there. You should do like get a little GoPro, and you should like dig a hole and like film yourself digging the hole, and then you should like lay in there and like cook an MRE or something. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, the SPY broke down. Ooh, there it goes. 560, 560. SPY's tested. Breaking the low from Friday, technically. Starting to sell off a bit more. Bringing up the watch list here to the downside. Lots of stocks on the watch list down. A lot of growth stocks, unfortunately, but it happens. Oklo is one. Let's go to the daily on some of these. It's becoming brutal, and there's going to be a lot of people looking to buy up these dips soon. Tempest AI is one. Nancy Pelosi is getting pissed. Her Tempest is almost back down to her price. Kind of crazy to say. I'm going to go check her stuff here real quick. Miss Pelosi. Yep, nothing new that she's published. Now, here's the problem. She could be like weeks behind on her publish with this. I mean, she bought PANW in the past, Palo Alto, and she bought it on the 19th of December in 2024. She didn't report it until 1 month later on January 20th of 2025. So sometimes she's pretty late on these reports. Like a month late, which could be a big deal for a lot of people. For people who are trying to follow her, she literally could have exited on February 18th. And right now, it's totally fine. She wouldn't even have to report it. Yet. Technically. Probably. I don't know the exact law there. But based off what I'm seeing with her other stuff and her other reports, it's definitely plausible. ASTS down 8%. Not the worst. The daily actually looks pretty good on that one. App has been very popular lately. APP selling down, starting to get into the gap fill zone. Gonna be watching 200 and even 180 as it approaches here. Coinbase down 9%. Look at Coin. I'm surprised that like Bitcoin and everything was down so much over the weekend. I was actually watching it a little bit, not a ton, but Bitcoin was on my radar over the weekend, and especially yesterday, I was very surprised how much it sold off. Very bloody. I was even, during the video last night, I switched to it at one point for a second, testing 80,000 a coin right now. $80,000 per coin. Pretty insane to say. PDD's clapping. Ooh. 4%. Selling off pretty bad. BABA looks pretty rough. What about FXI? I like FXI and Queb. They give you a better idea on the overall market here. Yeah, Queb and FXI are about to break down too. FXI looks like PDD. It just hasn't broke yet. Very close though. Coconut said even Bitcoin YouTubers are getting negative. Really? There was a bit of negativity with the Trump crypto deal, the crypto reserve. I saw a little bit of negativity out there with that. Some people don't like regulation with it, so they're like worried with that. They don't want the government involved. Kind of sounds like they're starting to, you know, get into the regulation a little bit. Like, they're doing the reserve. Like, they might start to... Here's the problem that I have with this whole crypto reserve. It sounds awesome. You know, on paper, it's like, Hell yeah, the US is doing a crypto reserve. We're going to be the crypto capital of the world, whatever, right? Here's the negative thing. I think it's just kind of opening the door for like future bullshit down the line, like regulations and who knows, more taxes and God knows what, right? I don't know. It might be fine for the next 4 years, but just wait till wait till they just wait till someone's in there that decides that, yeah, let's yeah, we're all into crypto stuff now. Let's start doing something about it, you know. That's something that worries me with it. Bitcoin, though, is very close to 80K. It's actually bouncing off of it as we speak. IBIT might be a decent dip buy opportunity here as Bitcoin tests that low. Yeah, Chromie, that is a problem too. They also said that they weren't going to be buying. That's a problem. They're not going to be adding to their stockpile, so to say. They're just going to hold. That's a good point. That is another big point. We talked about that late last week, actually. TSLA under 250 like it was nothing. All the way down to 240 now. Looking at the daily for Tessie here. I'm going to be watching for that 220 support over the next couple days. Poor Ross. They took his Bitcoin. Who's Ross? Aiden Ross? I don't know. Ross Cameron? There's a few Rosses out. I don't know. Interesting. I don't know that situation, but that sounds shitty for whoever Ross is. The guy from Silk Road? Oh, shit. That Ross. Ooh. Ross William. There's so many Rosses, I didn't even know the one you meant. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I'm not hip enough on the dark web. I've been on the Silk Road, though. I've been on that website before. Just to check it out. I used to get on the Onion sometime, or what is it? Tor. I used to hop on the Tor sometime. A long time ago, guys. When I was like 12. Pretty insane, though. Be careful on those things. I don't know how legit those are now. Of course, don't buy anything. Shit's wild out there. Coconut said not Ross from Friends. That's funny. Rick Ross. Yeah, you guys got the clue. You guys got the drift there. You picked up what I was putting down, we'll say. QQQ bouncing at 480, failing to break back above it. Rejecting here on the minute chart. Right at 480. Pretty big level. SPY about to make a new low of the day. Let's pull up the Mag 7 setup. Here we go, Demure, the Mag 7. 598 on Meta. Breaking under 600 here. Oh, good idea, Demure. I like that shit. Sometimes I just need a kick in the ass or something, you know? 166, watching Google for a breakdown. Little triple bottom coming into play. That could be huge today if Google breaks it down. JB said at least my calls I sold are doing good. Yeah, it would have. I learned my lesson. Go to Tessie here. Still breaking down. Terrible in the short term. Bad PA. Going back to our watch list. Roku almost down 10% today. Massive pullback under 75 bucks. That's a huge breakdown. Yeah, Trump does have some events today. Somebody asked in Discord. Figure I'd share them here with you guys. Doing a roundtable with the Technology CEO Council in the Roosevelt Room. Signing of executive orders at 3 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. Ceremonial swearing in for the Director of the United States Secret Service in the Oval Office. Interesting. But, got an executive order signing, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Maybe that'll provide some action. Not sure if Trump's set to speak at a different time. You know, there's always weird speeches and stuff that comes up and new things scheduled and etc. But not totally sure there. But on the official schedule, executive orders, 3 p.m. Eastern. Gonna be pretty big. If you're not a fan of that, then act like I didn't say anything. It is important, though, the market be moving lately. SPY down to 565. 565 coming into play. It's actually bouncing. It made a new low of the day and then is immediately recovering. Kind of weird on the SPY. It's not just getting the massive breakdown I was looking for. They're buying the bottom, typical, Demir said. Looks like they're getting it to pop up a little bit here. Why are solar stocks up? Like Enphase and Solar Edge? SEDG and Enphase? Kind of weird. They've been down a lot ever since Trump won the election. This is where solar stocks started gapping down. It was actually brutal on the gap down from solar stocks from that election. Very brutal. They did not like that. FSLR, Enphase, Solar Edge. SEDG was moving down a lot. Now they've actually recovered back a bit. Solar Edge, SEDG. Pretty crazy growth stock, but it's actually actively running. Kind of weird. Anything causing this one? I gotta go check the news. It's getting me interested. Oh, yeah. Yep. There is something. Goldman Sachs analyst optimistic on Solar Edge, domestic manufacturing, and their European expansion. Okay, that was back on February 25th. Interesting here. Goldman Sachs maintains buy on them. RBC maintains sector perform. UBS maintains neutral. Adjust price target up. Yeah, adjusted it to 22 from 18. You know, this one's interesting. Solar Edge. Very interesting here with a lot of these analyst upgrades and stuff, especially in a weird time. Weird time right now in the market. I have my eyes on you, Solar Edge. Looks pretty good today, but realistically, next few weeks, more on the radar there. Shane earlier said Intel's forming a base, INTC. Ooh. Trump was talking bad on Intel on Friday. I don't know if you guys saw that. During that Trump speech at the middle of the day Friday, he was actually talking about Intel a little bit. He ended up mentioning them. I thought it was really interesting. Poor Intel, selling down to 20 bucks. NVIDIA's survival, announcement of new game changer for overheating. Big techs will be doomed to collapse if they keep using PCB. Glass substrate will be the answer. Glass substrate? Sounds like I'm building a fish tank out here. I get you, QAZ. I'm not a engineer in that way. But interesting. I appreciate you guys subscribing today. Dr. Doc and Optimus Swine. I like that name. Awesome name. Optimus Swine. Appreciate that. If you guys are new here, destroy that subscribe button. Also hit the like. We're at 18 likes today. Had to try to run the stream a second time. The first one would not work. So I gave up, but I ran it back. Spy said, where do we go now? Shane said. Down. The Spy says down. Looking at Spy, though, very choppy as it's dropping. We're not getting like any massive breakdowns or anything yet. Kind of choppy on the way, but still good movement, we'll say. Good movement overall, just chop. It's still falling, just not in the smoothest way.
When I look into your eyes, I can see a love restrained.
Coconut says, I was never impressed with Blackwell. It was crude and power hungry. They've had a lot of issues with them. The overheating issues are a big deal, that's for sure. I don't know why these companies would keep buying them. I don't know if they have to or what, but I'd tell them, hell no, I'm getting the next batch. I'll wait a year. Spy, I won't do it again, but Stand, I'ma do it again. Stand back. The mirror posted with a lot of downwards charts. Oh no. Every time it gets to that bottom or low on the day, we immediately get a little green candle back. It's weird here. Palantir broke support, Jake said. Wow, that looks rough on Palantir. It is. It's below the lows of last week and even, well, this morning. Brutal. Who ended up winning the golf yesterday? I didn't even check. Who the hell? Henley. Okay. Beat out Morikawa, Russell Henley. That guy's won a few times. You have Henley and Morikawa. Palantir really starting to break down. I like this to the downside today. Looks brutal. I think it would be pretty rare to see it just rip back. That would be a very weird move in my eyes. I'm definitely watching for more of a breakdown on Palantir. The SPY itself too. Definitely lean more down than up today from this point. Lockheed Martin, LMT up almost 4%. Why are they up so much? If you look at Lockheed in the short term, they are down a ton. Well, they were down a ton until the past 2 trading days. They're really making the comeback happen here, but my God, Lockheed Martin was down so much in the short term. I think a lot of it has to do with, again, this election. They popped up initially on the election, then dipped. And I think it's because Trump really wants these wars to end. Yeah, really wants them to end. Yeah, and maybe the concerns now, Chromie, are getting them a little higher, a little bit more bullish action now in the short term. Yeah, I would say the craziness in the short term has people worried. Definitely, probably looking at these. Let's look at GD. How about LHX? We're gonna look at a few of them. GD's really ripping back. L3 Harris, same thing. RTX, Raytheon. Raytheon's not sharing in the love, but they've had a bit of a better chart. They have not pulled back like Raytheon or Lockheed, or like a L3 or Lockheed. LHX, L3 Harris. I can't believe how much some of these stocks pulled back. Like L3 Harris. We'll just do a percentage thing here. Let's see. From the high to the low. 27% on LHX. What about Lockheed? Probably worse. Maybe not. Probably around the same. Down 32% on Lockheed. Only 20% to where it is now. That was another 12% to that 420 mark. It bounced right off 420, our favorite number. I used to always say it was Elon's favorite number. I'll never forget that Joe Rogan interview with Elon smoking a joint or something, or a blunt, or I don't know what the hell he had, but that was funny as hell.
Set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spot.
BTC chilling under 80K. Yeah, brutal move today. Yeah, chilling. I don't know I'd use the word chilling, but it's definitely under there, my word. Brutal there, below 80K. The real breakdown started to happen. Man, that sucks. Terrible breakdowns. Just embrace it. It sucks for the long-term accounts in the short term, but, you know, it creates some good buying opportunities, and there's always good opportunities on the intraday. You know, intraday trading's totally cool, but we got to be aware with some of these moves. Willing to adapt on an intraday basis. On the long term, though, yeah, Mason, everybody today is like, WTF. Tangy Man bought GD and LHX. Awesome. That sounded like a good diff buy. Some of them got so low, Tangy. It was at like the point of being at amazing prices, in my opinion. In the short term. Maybe even long term.
That was just a dream.
It was a time to stack. Soon you're going to be stacking up racks, Tangy. Off of that, man. Great stuff. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm going to throw up the Mag 7 setup. I'm going to go grab a drink from the kitchen real quick. Don't go anywhere. If you go anywhere, I'm going to send Greta to your house. I promise.
How dare you!
I'll send her to protest you all morning. All right, give me 1 sec. Be right back.
Just a dream.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to check in on my daughter there. Looks like Mag 7 still selling off. Seeing the SPY and like Tesla trying to hold its ground a little bit, maybe Meta trying to hold its ground too. Not bad though. Definitely not terrible. Well, I guess it's terrible if you're talking about bearish action. It's terrible if you mean that, but I don't count that as terrible. Sometimes, you know, it's brutal maybe, but in my opinion, still have some good ways to trade. I know a lot of people like TSLL. Isn't that a little Tesla ETF? Yeah. 2x leverage. TSLS. There is a bearish one. I was wondering. Wow. 8% up today. TSLS. 1x it looks like. Still though, 8% up on a down day for Tessie. Not bad. Just realized that this thing's gonna probably always decay. It might move up in the short term like it has been while Tesla drops, but it'll probably end up reverse splitting and falling and reverse splitting and falling and reverse splitting and falling. Just wait, you'll see. If you actually watch this over the years, you'll laugh. You'll come back to the stream in like 2 years or something, and you'll be like, Tom, you told me that thing would reverse split and fall, and I'll be like, yep. It's just how these things run. UVXY is one that does that too. It does it more though than TSLS. But like, let's say Tesla breaks out to a new all-time high and holds above like 500, that thing's gonna end up reverse splitting. TSLS will. At that point, it'll be at like $3 or less, and maybe $1. Who knows? That's funny. Bob Dylan wrote that song. Tangy. I'm scared to say those types of jokes, Tangy. I don't know what some of those words you're saying mean. I don't know. You're gonna get me canceled, Tangy. QQQ under 480. Really selling down. Down over 3% on the day. That is brutal. SPY. 2% now. Wow. New low of the day achieved just now on the SPY. Another breakdown. Another breakdown. All right, we're going to switch the songs here today. Let's switch over to something else. Let's see. What do we want? We're going to go with one of my favorites, all right? We're going to do the Need for Speed Most Wanted soundtrack. And when I say Need for Speed Most Wanted, I'm talking about the 05 version. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. SPY down to 564. Wow. Watching Tesla, it might be trying to form a base. Watch for the support here. I like this little one. It's like 239. Pretty big support coming up.
One of my pet peeves. The more beef, the better. Sounds strange, you all wanna
Hell yeah, Demir. A little quiet. Maybe turn it up a little bit. Let's see. There we go. 239. Let's see if we can get a little bounce going on Tesla here. I think it's at the point of the day where we could see a base form. It's at not a bad point. Let's see. Looking for the crazy runners here. Solar Edge. Still at the top of the watch list today with Enphase. They're both fighting for top spot. The two Solars. We got Lockheed and Northrop up there. Kraft is now up 3%. Oh my gosh. Kraft Heinz. KHC 3% here. Love it. Looking at the daily. It's now actually through the middle of the range. It's closer to the top now, which is funny. You know, you bought up this little range down here. Not saying you had a perfect buy. Looking at 14% on Kraft, not terrible. If we get to the top of the range, you'll be looking at like 20% plus, which is not bad for a little 1 month pop. Kraft loves to run when the market drops. It's weird. It has a negative correlation to SPY. I don't know what it is. It's weird. People are like, hey, the market's dropping. I guess I'm going to buy ketchup. I don't fucking know. It doesn't make sense. Honestly. But I guess people just look for that safety. You know, it's people are always going to be buying Kraft products. Well, I will say Kraft is pretty fucking expensive, so maybe not, but for the most part they are. I feel like I'm watching Need for Speed. Was this song in the movie? I didn't even see that movie that was out. That had Jesse Pinkman in it, didn't it? I think that movie had Jesse Pinkman. Oh, I got you. Demir said, because the mac and cheese is cheap. I'll tell you what, ketchup is real expensive. I can't believe how much ketchup costs. It blows my mind. And when I say expensive, it's like $3 or something, you know. But yeah, let's go to Walmart. Let's just check it out. Let's look up ketchup. Because I'm curious, like, I'll show you how much more expensive the Kraft is over the Walmart one. So you can get 32 ounces of Walmart ketchup for $194. Or you can get Kraft, only 20 ounces for $3.48. Literally triple the price. Now that's just a $2 item, but that is something that I worry about with Kraft. Is like, if people really cut back, they'll probably just go with, like, you know, the other brands, right? Now I buy Kraft's ketchup because, well, I like Kraft. I own their stock, so why not? And if I don't own it, I definitely always eye it up. They make ketchup for everybody else, do they? So, like, that great value ketchup you're saying that could actually be Kraft. Who makes McDonald's ketchup? That ketchup is goated. I'm looking it up. Let's see. Who makes McDonald's ketchup? Oh, it is made in Heinz. Made by Heinz. Oh, wow. This is weird. ChatGPT hit me with some facts. Look at this stuff. Look at this. McDonald's ketchup, primarily made by Heinz in many regions, but not everywhere. Apparently in 2013, Heinz appointed Bernardo Hees as their CEO, and he was the previous CEO of Burger King. So McDonald's cut ties with Heinz, which is nuts. That is kind of stupid by Heinz. Why would they do that? Why would they put in the CEO of Burger King? That's weird. Either way, looks like in the US they use it still, but not everywhere. I don't know. Most have switched to a proprietary McDonald's fancy ketchup, which is made specifically for... Well, yeah, that fancy ketchup's the good shit. What are they talking about? I've never gotten packets of Heinz from McDonald's. What the hell? I love that fancy stuff, though, man. It's so good. Yeah, it looks like they do, Mason. Well, not themselves, but they probably have the ingredient thing down, right? And someone just makes it. But that's interesting. QQQ selling off with the SPY. SPY down again, almost a 563 now. Brutal pullback here. Watching 570 support coming into play. Getting down to around 565. I forgot about some of these songs. God, Chase. If you know, you know. Discount ketchup is just premium ketchup that didn't pass the QC. Color or consistency variations get sold off-label. Really, Tangy? That's not good to hear. I'll tell you, the Kraft ketchup, it tastes different than the Walmart ketchup. Like, if you try them side by side, there's a difference. I am rock. Hopefully you are rock today, because the market is falling again. QQQ over 3%. Where is it going to end up? Are we going to end up down like 5% on the NASDAQ today? That would be insane. I know, right, Tangy? What would you do? They could, like, you know, they could give it to, like, people who need it, like hungry people. We could fly it into people that need it. I'm sure that has some good nutrients in it. It's probably salty as hell. Get those electrolytes in. This is mid-July 2024 pullback. You think so, Coconut? Do you think it's that, or are we getting worse? Is it getting worse than that now? We had 2 pullbacks in 24, but you specifically said the July one. Let's see. During that pullback, the SPY ran down almost 10%. I believe we're almost at 10% right now. Very close. Not quite yet, but close. 8%. So to get to 10%, SPY needs to drop to around... If we see 552 come into play, get ready for the headlines, because everyone's going to be yelling, correction, correction, correction. If you didn't know, a correction in the stock market is a 10% pullback. So we would officially be in correction territory once we hit 10%. And we're only 2% away. 552. You know, the market's almost down to 556, which is kind of interesting. Five, 6. Jason said you're messed up. Who eats ketchup? I'm glad you caught on. Jason, I'm glad. Some people do. Tesla's not holding that support, unfortunately. Brutal here. All right. This is going to be crazy this week, guys. But we have the inflation rate coming out on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about this a lot in the nightly videos this week, but I'm going to be talking about it a lot here as well because I want everybody to be aware of what they are looking for. Look at some of these numbers here on the consensus and the forecast on the right side. Consensus and forecast. They're actually looking for the core inflation rate and the year-over-year inflation rate. Well, the core and the normal rate to both drop a little bit. Core forecast 3.1, consensus 3.2, previous 3.3. So they're looking for like a 0.1% drop there. On the year-over-year rate, looking for 2.9%, and the previous reading was 3. We can see on this chart here that inflation has been popping up each reading. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of the past readings have shown a pop in inflation. Now, it doesn't mean that it's getting out of control. It's just a slight pop. The good news on this is that they're expecting a slight decrease back down to like 2.9. So hopefully it just sticks right around here. I think that things could get freaky if we see it pop higher than 3% now. Considering where these forecasts are and everything, if we see a pop over 3%, that would be something to definitely worry about over the next couple trading days for sure, especially Wednesday morning. It's going to send the SPY haywire if we see it over that. Now, I'm not saying it'll come in at that. I'm just saying to be careful. It could. It could. I don't expect it. I expect it to come in right on the forecast. I generally just go with the forecast because most of the time it hits that. So now the market might have a weird reaction to that, but that's a different hypothetical there. Celsius is going up. Too late to get in. CELH, let's see. It's actually going down right now on the 1 minute. I think it actually looks like a good point today to dip buy. You know, if you were going to look for a dip buy today, it's at a decent point. I don't think it's too late. Now, if it pulls back and starts to break under 25 bucks again, and especially 24, I don't know where your stop loss would be, but you got to have something in mind. Something's got to be in mind there. Let's go.
Let's move. Hard tracks remind me of blacks with hard facts. These are facts. Drowning in the swamp like Artax. Boston the fear facts. Chill, watch Miramax flicks. Then I start to get sick. Hail drop. Take 39 like the Hail Bob. 4 teachers, 1 meal cop. Then the atmosphere will get real hot.
My flow is like torrential downpours making steel rock. We pros whose credentials drown yours on the real blocks. It's not coincidental that we tour
Let's
some
go.
real spots. Appeal, guys, it may never take it for granted. Write a memo and hand it to your receptionist. The game's about to change. Here come the perceptionist.
I'm a genie. The next time
Love
you
these
see me,
songs.
it's Ouija. It's easy.
Bringing
I'm
back
moving
some
this dimension and breeze it. Event Horizon, Miles
memories
Bennett,
there.
Dyson, M, Tyson, M, and Spice the components for
2 black orators
of the year.
Yeah, here the masters of the hemisphere.
Universe.
Pumping knowledge through the verse.
Intensity.
Adrenaline. Hip-hop's propelling through my melanin. Gentlemen, behold.
Live on David Letterman, you're sold on the brother's whole song. You want to hear another verse? Everybody cool. Hola.
Let me see some heads nodding, fist pumping, feet stomping, shaking, necks breaking, earthquake. Let's move.
PACB's green.
Let's move. Perceptionists provide the people with the groove.
Pacific Biosciences. Wow. I gotta say, PACB really held that support.
We want to show you what depression is, so we'll speak in flicks.
That's a wild one.
Get sick, hail drop. Mega tripe, use a mega knife to slice through the afterlife. Soul spill,
So ill,
so chill.
so will.
Take you on a rhyme adventure, mind dimension, time.
This is a major support. PACB keeps reacting off of this too. Once again, it's reacting again today. Holding $1.30. My God.
Computers are ones recruited. Look how the hung
Screw the big money play. I'm just looking at support. The big money play might still not come back. That's going to be tough. It's going to need to get going. Now, PACB could be one that really does get going, but it's still going to be tough.
Shaking necks, breaking earthquake. Let's move. The battle, we got nothing to prove. Let's move. Perceptionists provide the people with the groove. Let's move. Let me see some heads nodding, fist pumping, feet stomping, shaking necks, breaking
Let's
earthquake.
move.
Let's move. The battle, we got nothing to prove. Let's move. Perceptionists provide the people with the groove. Let's move. Let's move.
Never gonna stop trying to get it, dude. Never turn my back on my city. Never let the money stop with me. I'ma never stop hollering at the
Should have bought more of that contract. Hell yeah. SPXS. You're up 64%. 7 strike calls that you bought Thursday, Tangy said. Wow, that's pretty good. 64%. And that's even after all the theta and everything.
Back in the days with the like in you when you was out there getting paid with the pay with the get the when you hitting the days it's not your beat. Go.
Hell yeah, Shane, let's go. You're at the airport. Where are you off to, Shane? That's pretty cool. You traveling for work or for fun? I have one buddy that I play golf with all the time, and he travels around every week pretty much for work. He's flying somewhere.
Never gonna stop trying to get it, dude. Never turn my back on my city. Never let the money with me.
Oh yeah, Shane. There's 2 Shanes. Gotta love it.
From the 3 to the 17, yo, we doing it big together. You know
SoCal for work this week? Oh, wow. Yeah, you said you travel a lot. It gets old. Yeah, it would definitely get old to me. Hopefully you make good money doing it, though. Whatever you do. You should. I got a 799 strike. SPXS call, too. In case things get ugly, Tangy said. 7-9, wow. That's a long way out. Not that far. Kinda.
bounce with a 06 coat. Let her wild out and flick it up for disco. Let me gas up, go down and get goes. I ain't tweaking for the, I like to get your stupid trying to stand here and lick toes. Good girls love G's, that's how they go. The squad needs to tighten up and get low. I know you heard her. I'm getting dough. Let me check my palm pilot.
Tom, do you guys do Stocked Up full time? Yeah, essentially. I mean, essentially, yeah. 575 resistance, pretty huge here. SPY. I like this double top up here around 577. 580 is going to be crucial if we do get a recovery out of the SPY. The SPY is starting to recover back. We've been seeing a lot of these sharp intraday recoveries out of the SPY. I'm not saying that this little pop back here is going to result in something crazy, but just be aware that we've been seeing a lot of intraday reversals. Lots of weird uptrends intraday, lots of weird downtrends. Of course, the downtrends are a bit more pronounced, but what do you think about Bitcoin? I like it, Aller. It's at 80K. I was definitely watching it for a breakdown as it broke 80,000, but it's not really getting that breakdown action that I was mainly looking for. It started to, it's getting kind of choppy. Not my favorite at this very moment, but I think eyeing it up for the next few days on this bottom of this range will be pretty huge. There's a big support coming up around 73,500. On the daily, Bitcoin is starting to reject in a crazy way at 90K and 100K. So I'm going to keep watching for more downtrend. Again, I'm watching 73,500, maybe 72,000, somewhere right around there for a support bounce. I think it could bounce there. If not, 68,000 to 70 would be definitely next. Shane says Shane must be a good guy. That's funny. Boeing daily chart pullback, nasty. Boeing pulling back in an insane way. Wow. I thought it was gonna hold here at like the 160 support and hold up in a pretty decent way, but we did not get that. Go test out Kraft again. Still pretty good. How about Pepsi? I know KO was pretty good. Wow, Pepsi. Look at the daily of Pepsi right now. Starting to pop off in a pretty good way. I was eyeing up Pepsi when it was down here, specifically on the candle that I'm pointing to right now. I was looking at it the night before that and the next day. Beautiful movement there. For the next few days, good action. We're starting to get a good breakout going, though. I like it. Keep it going, Pepsi. Keep it up today. Yeah, I am too, Demure. I hope you guys all have a good day. We're probably going to call the stream here. It's Monday. Got to get some stuff done. Got some stuff in the background here. Just an FYI, I want to make everybody aware of it now. There will not be a stream this Friday. This Friday, there will be no live stream. I have a court thing that I have to go take care of, so that'll be fun. They're probably gonna yell at me for not going to jury duty either. Mason, wouldn't that be funny if they brought that up? JB says insider trading. Yeah, I'll let you guys ponder why I might be going there. We'll let that brew in the community for a little while. But all right, let's go. Have a great rest of your day. It's Monday. Have a great one. Mason suing me for 4 cinnamon rolls in his car. You're gonna get a Hellcat with no tires. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Walk away green today. Hey, get in the green. There's a kind of a hard market. Wait for your opportunities. Be patient. Don't force anything. Don't get stuck in one direction. We're seeing lots of weird reversals lately. The type of reversals that wipe people out. It's been a little harder, actually. All right, have a great one. Shane Moore. I don't know what that even means. Thanks for hosting, Tom, and thanks for putting up with me. It's not a problem, Tangy. I love it.
All right.
All right, have a great one, guys.